Good morning, my YouTube viewers. It's Palestine here, making you a video this morning. Basically, I'm not going to make a video on what I had intended to make a video on last night. I'm going to make a video on the fact that I haven't heard from my vulnerable friend. She was supposed to go to Oasis last night, and she didn't. And so she doesn't pick up her phone. She doesn't take her phone with her, and she doesn't pick up her phone. So it's hard for me to get in touch with her. And so basically, I rang up one of the men who's exploiting her, and I said, "Is she going to Oasis?" And he said, "No, she's not going to Oasis." And I said, "Okay, well, would you tell her I said hello?" Which he probably didn't. I think that these two men that are exploiting her are mad because she told us her problems. And I told her what I thought, and it wasn't very nice. What I said was the one guy who has taken money out of her banking account because she had given him her bank details, and he had put her bank details on his tablet. Well, she was making excuses for him, saying that he apologized, and he said it's his mental illness. And I said to her, I said, well, mental illness or not, he is still exhibiting criminal tendencies. And I told her, I said, he needs to be banned from where you're living, because the thing is she's living in supported accommodation. She's living with lots of vulnerable people. He could go into that house and steal from the other vulnerable people living in the house. And really, he should be banned from Oasis, because there's lots of vulnerable people that go to Oasis, and he could go to Oasis and steal from those people as well, because he's already proven that he doesn't have any scruples. So he'll put somebody's bank details on his tablet, and he will order things for himself using that person's bank details. In addition to the fact that he can't stop buying things. And I know it's his mental illness, but it's still criminal, whether it's his mental illness or not. And so I think that these two men who are exploiting her are mad at me for saying what I thought. And my friend, she's not going to give up those friendships, because she doesn't have anyone to go palling around with. And then if she gives up those two friendships, she's not going to have anybody to go palling around with her. And I told her that I can't do it. And the reason why I can't do it is because I have to work. In addition to the fact that I work, I do other things, like such as make YouTube videos. And the thing is this is not my only channel. I have another channel where I talk about data science. So I'm busy doing things, and I can't go palling around with her. And really what she wants to do is eat. And she's not a very big lady. She's maybe no more than 5'3", maybe smaller. But she's really bad apple shape. So she shouldn't be eating so much anyway. But she does. And that's another issue. But even though she's in such terrible health and she eats so many sugary things, her blood sugar is actually better than mine, because her diabetes I think it's caused by the fact that she eats so many sugary things. But my diabetes is caused by, I've got a genetic predisposition to being diabetic because my grandmother was diabetic. So I got this diabetes off my grandmother. But anyway, getting back to this issue of my friend. So I'm just really upset. I think that I'm going to lose that friendship, even though my boyfriend and I are not the ones that did anything wrong. The only thing that we did was support her. And whenever she went to Oasis, we would walk her home, because we didn't want her to have to walk home on her own. And when we could easily have taken the bus, but we would walk her home. And it looks like we're going to lose that friendship. And my boyfriend was really mad last night because he's under a lot of stress anyway. And he was mad, saying he didn't want to speak to her anymore. And this morning he was saying she doesn't have any self-respect. And that's true. She doesn't have any self-respect. She's allowing these men to financially exploit her. And she could find other friends. She could find other people to be friends with. But she would rather be friends with people who are exploiting her. And it's financial abuse is what it is. And, sorry, I'm itching. And, so that's what I wanted to make this video about. And I'm afraid that I may have to lose that friendship because those people who are exploiting her obviously don't want her around me, because I said what I thought. And another thing that she does is she doesn't want to appear to be the bad person. So she will say to these people who are taking advantage of her that I said this and I said that and I said this, because she does not want to say to them what she really thinks. So it's a bad situation to be in, and I may have to lose that friendship because the only place that really truly I can see her is Oasis. And if she's not going to come to Oasis, then I'm not going to be able to keep the friendship up. Because she may say, well, come to my house for dinner tonight. But I've got food that I'm going to make for dinner tonight. And if I have food that I'm going to make for dinner, I can't go to her house because I can't waste food. Or she might invite me to a restaurant, but I can't eat at a restaurant. Number one, I don't have the money to be eating at restaurants. And number two, eating at restaurants is really high calorie pastime. And so if she's not going to go to Oasis, I don't think that I'm going to be able to keep the friendship up, because I can only go to a restaurant with her on special occasions. And she wants to go to restaurants all the time. So that's it, really. Just watch this space. And then in addition to that, I have another friend, again, he's mentally ill. He's like dry begging for money, and that's another issue. And I haven't posted about this person because he does watch YouTube videos, and he might, if he might accidentally watch a YouTube video where I was saying things about him and get upset. So I purposely haven't made any videos about him. I did make one video and then I made it private because I was worried that he might see the video and get upset. But I do have another person who's a friend who's trying to exploit me and my boyfriend for money. And that's another issue that I can't discuss on YouTube, just in case he watches the YouTube video. And so looks like I'm going to give that friendship up because I don't have the money to support him. And it's a complicated situation. I wish I could talk about it, but I can't. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. And I'll try to get back on track tomorrow and talk to you some more about life in East End Elementary School.